there, planner fans. I have a planner unboxing video for you. I still haven't quite unpacked my office yet. We just moved a couple of months ago to Virginia, and so I'm filming on my phone on the floor. So it's not the fanciest of filming setups, but I am sending this planner out to a friend, and Sawyer is making an appearance. I am sending this planner to one of my planner buddies. So Cindy, if you're watching this, this package does not include said kitty cat, but I will be moving him. Hey, hi. So I'm going to be shooing him away so we can get on with the program here. Okay, so bye-bye, kitty. inkWELL Press released their planners this year, and it was pretty much totally different than they've ever released before. They are going, oh my goodness, get out of here, you. They are going with a Discbound line this year. Now they do have their other planners, their spiral bound planners, and they are expanding into some more affordable options as well, which you can find in Office Depot and then also on Amazon. And oh my goodness, the Amazon, as far as I know, the Amazon and the Office Depot options are not the same kind of quality that you're going to get from the ones that you get on their website, that you order from their website. I think the paper quality is not quite as high. The covers are not quite so high quality. I can't really speak to those because I don't have those ordered, and I've not tried those out myself personally. And I knew that I wasn't going to be using an inkWELL Press planner this year, but I did want to see what this Discbound system was all about because I do love the Discbound system. Even though I don't use it, it's one of those systems that I think is super, super useful. So I'm doing a whole lot of babbling and not a lot of planner showing. So I'm going to open this up and just get right into it and continue kind of talking about what my thoughts are on this. So if you don't mind, Sawyer's going to hang out in the bottom screen here. Hopefully he won't cause too many problems. So inkWELL Press, their packaging is always really nice. When you open this up, it comes with an inkWELL Press family welcome guide, and it's just kind of some information about the company. One of the cool things about her company, it's a woman-owned company. Her and her husband have kind of built this from the ground up. They're a debt-free company, which means that they don't purchase any supplies or anything like that on credit. It's all paid in cash, which is cool. That in itself does cause some issues with availability. In the last couple of years, planners have actually sold out, and the availability for people who want to try the planners hasn't been there because they had a specific number that they ordered and they were paying with cash only, and that was it for the year. So they do sell out. I think as the company has grown, they have kind of managed those growing pains a little bit better, and I don't foresee that happening again. I could be wrong, but if you want to give this planner a try, I would definitely recommend getting on that train soon. I'm going to put a link in the description box below with a $10 off coupon if you want to try inkWELL Press for the first time. So let's get into it. Bubble wrap. I've seen other videos where their stuff is wrapped in paper. I don't know why. Mine only came in bubble wrap. Maybe it's because I ordered the Discbound option and the bubble wrap is supposed to be more protective. I'm not sure, but I'm just going to pull all of this stuff out and kind of talk to you guys about what I ordered and why I ordered what I did. And we'll go over some of the cost stuff too. So you can enjoy this on my glorious carpet. We just bought a house and we're hopefully going to be ripping all this out and putting in different flooring soon, eventually. All right, so to do this planner, the reason I did it this way is because I wanted to recreate what I would have gotten in a normal spiral bound inkWELL Press, but in the Discbound version. Now, the biggest, I think, shock for people this year is going to be the cost. So to recreate exactly everything that I would get in a normal spiral planner, which they still have this year on their website, this whole setup cost me $97. So I'll go through each individual item and talk about costs for that as well. Let's see, we've got, here's just an information card about, it's kind of gives you information on how to set up a Discbound planner. This is what they call their I always forget. Oh, Inklings. It's kind of like a little inspirational, pretty card. It's gold foiled. Everybody's Inkling. Well, there's a few of them that they rotate through, so different people get different Inklings. inkWELL Press Show the Love giveaway. Just information about their social media. Okay, so all that stuff aside, we have to recreate everything in a spiral bound planner. I needed the discs for the binding. So I can make sure I'm in the frame. Discs for the binding. Because these are discs and they're not a spiral, I needed something to attach my pen to. So this is a pen loop. Here is the actual planner guts, which I know I ordered the Vertical Weekly, and my understanding was that the Vertical Weekly also came with the months in it as well, because there was an option to order just a monthly version. So I think this is the Vertical Weekly plus the months. We'll open it up and take a look. And then this is an extra pack of dot grid paper just for notes and things in the back. I did order the monthly tabs, again, to recreate exactly what I would get in a spiral bound planner. This is the pocket. I think there's three pockets in this one. Yeah, so big pocket, small pocket, small pocket. This is an awesome pocket, by the way. I hate the new Erin Condren pocket where it just has the one pocket here and then this like tiny little dinky pocket in the back that doesn't work. There's no pocket here in the middle anymore, which I completely miss. I might have to buy another one of these and hack this for my other planner because this is a great pocket. And then the covers. There's also a vegan leather or faux leather option, and the bookmark, which I believe, I want to say the spiral bound one comes with the bookmark already. Anyway, okay, so costs for all of this. Discs are $19. The pen loop is $4. The page marker is $4. This cover, the hardbound cover, the non-leather version is $14. The pocket is $6. The tabs are $9. The extra note pages are $12. And then the actual guts of the planner are $29. So their theory is that you're going to buy a bunch of these. The startup cost is high, but a bunch of these products you're not going to be needing to buy year to year. Now, I have some questions about that because even though it seems like this stuff is pretty high quality, things wear out, things need to get replaced. The discs are aluminum. I don't think those are going anywhere. I know like the plastic Happy Planner discs have a tendency to break if you drop them, but the aluminum discs are pretty solid. The only thing I can think happening with the pen loop is that it wears out, it rips, it comes off the page, something like that. So this would probably need to get replaced. Sometimes the teeth on these snap, might need to be replaced at some point, but this seems like it'll last you quite a while. Obviously, you're going to need to either buy or make more note pages. They're saying that these should last you year to year. Once I open them up and feel what the material is, I can make a better determination as to whether or not these are going to last more than just one or 2 years. This is coated paper. I think it'll last for a while, not indefinitely. This may need to be replaced at some point. These covers seem very, very sturdy, and this is plastic right here. So this is plastic, so these should be pretty sturdy. These should last you at least a couple of years. And then obviously this will need to be replaced every year. So even though the initial startup cost is $97 plus, I think I paid $9.50 in shipping, theoretically, subsequent years should be cheaper. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is a Discbound punch, which you can get from Staples. There's a couple options. You can get the best one, I think that's the most accessible, is the one from Staples, which is about $50, $55. You can find them on Amazon sometimes for $45 or so. They're great punches. They punch through everything. 10 mil laminate. If you want to make your own covers, they're great to have around. But that's a pretty hefty sum to start with. $50 for a punch is a lot of money, but it's a good punch. Levenger also makes a couple of punch options, and then the Happy Planner line at Michael's, and I want to say Recollections. I know they have a punch made for the Discbound books at Michael's that is quite a bit cheaper, but it's kind of one of those things where you get what you pay for. The ones at Michael's you can't punch as many papers with it, so if you're fine with that, then I would go with that option. So I'm talking through all of this stuff because I'm trying to also help people understand that it doesn't have to be $97. There's other options for making the startup cost of this cheaper. You can get these discs at, you can get aluminum discs at Staples for a cheaper price. I think it's cheaper, like maybe closer to $10. These items aren't too terribly expensive. Covers, there's a lot of cover options out there. There's a lot of people who make Happy Planner style covers on Etsy. One of my favorites is Plan the Day. I'll leave her link to her Etsy shop down below, but this is not your only place to get covers for these planners. So if you want to just buy the guts, you can probably get a lot of this other stuff or make a lot of this stuff yourself cheaper. So just keep that in mind. With that being said, this whole thing, $97, that's what it's going to run you. So now let's open it up a little bit, take a look at some of the stuff that's inside. This is pretty standard. These are just 1-inch aluminum discs. And then again at Staples or on Levenger, I don't want to destroy this box because I'm sending this to my friend. Ugh. But I cannot get these stupid things out. Sorry, Cindy, the box is going to be a little mushed. But there's other options besides inkWELL Press for these discs, and these look pretty much identical to in fact, I'm going to run and go grab the ones I got from Staples. Yeah, so this is a Staples disc. This is an inkWELL Press disc. The Staples disc is maybe slightly shinier, but these are pretty much exactly the same. So you can get discs from Levenger or from Staples. So that's what the discs look like. I really like that they're going with aluminum discs. They hold up really, really well. They're not going to break if you drop it. The pages slide so much better on the aluminum discs, and I think they just look much better. In one of my other Discbound videos, I talk about my hate for the plastic discs. I really don't. I think aluminum discs are a game changer if you're going to be using Discbound things. So that's what the discs look like. This is what the pen loop looks like. It's kind of like a faux leather, flexible. This I would not recommend attaching to your cover if you're planning on changing out covers with your planner. I would attach it to something like the pocket here. So you could attach it like this because the pocket's going to stay in, the covers might change. I love this pocket. I think this is a really well-designed pocket. There's a pocket here in the front, pocket here in the back, and then in between there's a large pocket as well. So the old Erin Condren pockets used to have a pocket in the front this size, pocket in the back this size, and then I would put a piece of tape along the bottom and that was my planner hack for creating a third pocket. She went ahead and created her pocket like that. So there's 3 pockets inside of this. This is a really great design. I really, really like that. Nothing really special about this. It's more flexible than the Erin Condren bookmarks, so I think you're gonna have better luck with the teeth not snapping off. I know that's kind of a common thing that happens with my Erin Condren bookmarks, is that by the end of the year, 1 or 2 of the teeth have snapped off. It doesn't change the functionality of it. It just looks a little ragged. So this is much more flexible. So I think that you're not going to run into that issue nearly as much as the super rigid plastic bookmarks of Erin Condren. So let's open this up. I'm really curious to see what this feels like. Because if it's just coated paper, I think you're gonna have to replace these more often than they think. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I was kind of hoping that these would be like a vinyl, like a really thin vinyl, you know what I mean? But it's just kind of shiny cardstock. Like this is literally just paper. So I can't see these lasting more than 1, maybe 2 years. So I don't know. I will have to ask my friend when she uses this how hers hold up throughout the year, because I'm not going, like I said, I'm not going to be using this. But it's not even that thick of cardstock. So it's like a heavy duty kind of glossier paper, if that makes sense. So I think this is gonna have to be something, and you can, it's really easy to make these things on your own. So not really sure how long that's going to last you. I don't think that it's not gonna be indefinite. It's not gonna be indefinite. You're definitely gonna have to replace these at some point. And that's kind of just one of the things about disc-bound planners, is that the pages tend to wear out along the teeth, because they advertise that you can pop things in and out all the time, and you can, but the more you pop things in and out of the discs, the more wear and tear it puts on these teeth right here, and this starts to wear out. So I would say, you know, depending on the paper weight, 5 to 8 times of popping it in and out, and you're going to start to see some wear on it. So especially if you're going to be moving things around, if you're going to do, you know, January, February, March, April, if you're going to have chunks of your months in the planner at a time, and you're going to be moving things in and out, something to keep in mind. This is, so the one thing that I think inkWELL Press does better than anybody else is going to be the paper quality. So her paper quality, if you are a paper snob, a pen snob, if paper is your thing, inkWELL Press is going to be your planner. And this paper is the same quality paper as is in her coil bound planners. It's nice and smooth. It's smoother than last year. So I think it was either last year or the year before. I don't think I did a review on inkWELL Press last year, but the year before, their paper, they changed their paper and it was a little bit toothier, and I did not like the way that my pen wrote on it, and my pens actually were feathering and bleeding on it. This feels a little bit smoother again, so I really, really, really like her paper quality. This stuff is great. This is just a blank, it says notes on it. It's dot grid. They have dot grid, a regular grid, and then lined, I believe. And it's all the same color scheme. That's actually I'll touch on the color stuff in a little bit, but it's all just kind of this blue color. So next we're gonna look at the covers. Trying to keep the packaging as nice as possible since I'm sending this to my friend. These are one of the cover options that she is offering this year. Now there is this kind of a blue geometric cover. There was like a pink and purple cover. There is like a gunmetal gray faux leather, and then a brown faux leather. And that's pretty much it for the cover options. Now, with that being said, and I'm going to go through the guts of the planner as well, but I already know what the color scheme is inside of there. One of my least favorite things about inkWELL Press is the color scheme. Now, the color scheme is actually a major positive for a lot of people because her colors are a little bit more muted. They're a little bit more less loud. But my big issue with them is that I feel like she's kind of rotating the same pastel colors year after year, and it's the same 4 colors rotated throughout the planner. So I'm really big on, if you're going to have a colorful planner, I love having the seasonal colors inside of it. So, you know, like a blue, cool blue color for January, pink or red for February, green for March, that kind of stuff. So orange for October, that's like one of my big things. So I am not a huge fan of her color scheme selections, but that's just a personal preference. I know a lot of people really do like the color options that she offers. They're just launching these planners this year, so I'm not too surprised that there's only 4 cover options. And that's really not that big of a deal because there's so many other options out there to get cool covers for your planner. So you can get tons of interchangeable laminated covers, Erin Condren style or Happy Planner style, from Etsy shop owners. I'll link, like I said, I'll link a couple of my favorites down below. So not a huge deal. I just went with, I wanted to see what her planners were like, and so I ended up buying them. I think these are gonna last. This part right here, this is the most important part, and it's like a plastic. I almost wish that like this thin plastic was kind of what the month dividers were made out of, except maybe just a little bit thinner. But yeah, it's kind of like a coated cardboard. So if I'm looking at this, it looks like it literally is coated cardboard. So there's a cardboard piece underneath, and then it looks like it's some kind of heavy-duty vinyl-y papery stuff. I'm sorry that description is not very accurate, but I can see the cardboard underneath, and then it's wrapped in kind of like a vinyl. I think this must be like a vinyl. So I think these are pretty heavy duty. I think these are gonna last a while. That's gonna be good. And then of course what you guys all wanna see is the planner guts. So she does offer 2 different layout options. So there is the vertical, which I always choose vertical because that's just how my brain works. And then there is the horizontal. So this is what she calls the inkWELL Press Classic. And then the other one, the horizontal version, is the inkWELL Press Flex. See if I can get this off without tearing it. I might have to rip it. Okay. Again, beautiful, beautiful paper. I think the aesthetic of her planner is really nice. Like, I love the font choices. I love the way she has things laid out. I think it looks really nice. I'm not a huge fan of the color scheme, that's all. So, but it is, I think that this definitely speaks to a lot of people, her color choices and her layout and her, you know, the way she arranged the font choices and things like that definitely speaks to a lot of people. It's just not necessarily my favorite aesthetic, but that doesn't take away from the functionality of the planner. And one of Tanya's big things is that this planner should be a tool. And I know that for a lot of us, sometimes we get really caught up in decoration and stickers and covers and cut pens and all that kind of stuff, and it can get really overwhelming. And so I think this is a really cool kind of stripped back version of a planner. I love my stickers and my bright colors and my markers, so that's kind of why this one doesn't speak to me as much. But if you're looking for something that's a little bit more stripped back, a little bit more muted, a little bit more toned down, maybe something that would be really great for an office, I think this is a good planner to look at. So let's just go through it real quick. This looks like the cover page where you'd put your information if you ever lose the planner. She does have an important dates section in here, which whenever I set up a planner with my own printable inserts in it, I always put an important dates in there. I just like it. I don't know why. I'm going to zoom in here so you guys can see it a little bit better. Put this back up in the frame. So yeah, so I think her goal setting emphasis is one of my favorite things about this planner. If you are big on looking at big picture goals and then breaking it down into more manageable pieces, this is an excellent layout for that. So you have a goals page, like your yearly mission or whatever. Some people choose a yearly word or whatever, like something they want to accomplish this year. You can put that up at the top. Then there's personal, social, financial, health, home, and dream big goal slots. And then in addition to those, the big picture goals, she has a page that helps you break those goals down into quarterly check-ins. So there's a 3-month, a 6-month, a 9-month, and a 12-month. And then once I flip to the months, she has these things called mission boards, which I think are absolutely fantastic for goal planning. And then I will show you that as well. So lots and lots of space for goal planning. Here is a 2019 monthly overview. And then, like I was saying earlier, here's her mission boards. So this, I think, is one of the most brilliant parts of this planner is the mission boards. They're beautiful. The way they're laid out is just gorgeous. If there was anything that was going to draw me back to this planner, it would be these mission boards. There's space in here for anything that you can think of: health, home, me time, be social, financial. A lot of people will use, this one says dream big, whatever dream big means to you. Then there's a couple of blank ones here as well for you to, create your own categories. I feel like I always start the year off with these big aspirations about this is going to be my year. This is going to be the year I get my life together, get my everything together. And then we start off strong in January and February. And then by March, we're kind of, it's kind of in the back of your mind. And so these monthly mission boards help you to kind of check in with that. And I think it's absolutely brilliant. It's a great use of this space. So then we jump straight into the month. So here is a monthly layout, and it looks like these boxes are the same size as the spiral bound planner. So if you have custom stickers that fit the spiral planner, I guess technically hers is a wire O binding, but I'm calling it spiral anyway. That looks like the boxes are going to be the same size, and so your stickers should fit. Again, with the color scheme, I don't really think of hot pink red when I think of January, but for some people that's not that big of a deal. But that being said, the font choices, the grays, the dotted lines here instead of being solid line, the font choice here and here, it's very, it's really kind of Art Deco, and I think it's really beautiful, and a really classy looking planner. This is super classy looking. On the side, she does have this broken down into top 5 and notes. I don't really like it when planners do that because I like to decide what I want to do with the side column. I want a little bit more of a blank slate there, but you could certainly cross out top 5 or just ignore that in general and use this as you please on the note side. And then in the bottom corner, we have a monthly overview for the following month. She does as well have holidays in here, New Year's Day, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. I really like that when my planners come with the holidays in them. So then it goes straight into, so I guess that answers our question in the beginning of if you go to the website and you want to order the planner guts, if you order any of the weekly options, it comes with the monthly in it as well. So don't order the weekly guts and a monthly option, because then you're going to end up with 2 sets of months. You can just order the weekly option in either the vertical or the horizontal, so the classic or the flex, and you're going to get the month version as well. If you want to create just a monthly type planner, you could do just the months with a whole bunch of dot grid pages and kind of customize your own bullet journal style planner. I would go with the monthly pack and then a bunch of this paper. So moving right along, I jumped straight into our weeks, and then one of the unique things about her layout is we're out of the screen a little bit. Sorry, that's annoying. So she does have vertical columns with the holidays at the bottom. And again, just beautiful font choices up here. Just so pretty. And then these columns are a little bit more customizable. So in the Erin Condren, we have it broken into, you can either choose the hourly, a horizontal, or the vertical. And her vertical is broken into 3 sections. I personally like the 3 sections, but I also really like this option as well, because you can break it into 3 sections. You could break it into 5 or 6 sections. She also has this little dot right here in the middle of all of the columns. So you can connect. So you can't really see it on the camera you really can't. I'm going to see if I can zoom in. So see this little gray dot right here? This happens to fall right in the middle of the column. So you can use that gray dot to draw a line all the way across and divide your days in half. So you can really divide, these columns give you the option to divide them however you want. Morning, day, night, home, health, work, school, whatever you want to divide it into, you can divide it into. So I do appreciate the flexibility of that option. And then at the bottom, she has these 3 boxes that you can also use for meal plans. You could do breakfast, lunch, dinner. You could do steps, water, workout. You can, anything you can think of, weather, whatever you can think of, you can put in these boxes. That I never was able to decide what I wanted to do with these boxes. I was always able to pick like 2 things I wanted to put in there. I usually did like weather and whatever I was going to have for dinner. I could never figure out what the 3rd box was going to be. But anyway, I've seen some really creative ways that people have figured out to use these boxes. Kitty, do not step on this paper. Oh my gosh. He's off. I'm holding I'm holding the ferocious beast at bay off screen. Okay. So then turn the page into another weekly, I'm curious to see the transition into another month, so that's why I'm going to keep going. Another weekly. Okay, so she doesn't have so here the month starts right in the middle of the week. So we go January 31st into February 1st right here. And there's no color change when the new month starts. Once we turn the page, we'll see the color change. Just something to note. February starts right here, but we're still in the January color scheme if that's important to you. So, okay, cool. Oh, she put 2 extra pages of dotted grid note page in there. I love that. I love all the space that she gives you to write in this planner. I think that lends itself really well to making this a super customizable planner that you can really make it your everything. So one of the issues I have with Erin Condren is that it's a little bit restrictive as far as like my bullet journaling stuff goes. I can't keep collections in there. I can't keep notes in there really. So I have to have like an additional notebook. This planner is going to allow you to put everything all into one because the flexibility of the disc pages. So you can pop in extra pages and use this as your planner and your bullet journal, whatever you want. And then in addition to all those extra pages, she's given you 2 whole pages to put in between right here. So turning the page, we have, okay. So I forgot to mention that this page right here, this technically goes to January. You can tell by the color scheme, this goes with January, but it's right here in front of February. So for me, I like to have like my habit trackers and any sort of information pertaining to that month at the beginning. So what I would do is I would take this page and I would go back to my mission board of January and stick that right here so that I would have my monthly habit trackers right here, my mission board, whatever notes I wanted to put over here, and then maybe like an extra page of dot grid here, and then I would go straight into my month that way. It's just an option if you want to do it that way. If not, you can leave this page at the end of the month and use those open note pages however you'd like. So then we head straight into February. Same kind of thing, mission board, month view, and then straight into the weeks. This is a really, really pretty planner. I might have to buy another one for myself there because this is really beautiful and really functional. So we get through February, and then we head into March, which is, this is the monthly color scheme for March. It's kind of a yellow, blue, gray. That's a pretty color. I really like that color scheme. It's more muted. I wish if she had released these planners in a neutral color option, just black, white, and gray, I would definitely have bought this, and I would almost definitely be using this for my planner this year because this planner is just gorgeous. I'm not a huge fan of the color options, except for March. I love March. And then our last color scheme she has in here is going to be April, and this is like a green, blue, gray. Yeah, there's green. So then once we get through that color scheme, it just starts over again into that red. Yeah, so the red of January. So anyway, you get the idea. And then let's go to her extras at the end. So let me get to the end. And this is kind of like her extras section. Every great dream begins with a dreamer. So she does have a few inspirational quotes kind of sprinkled throughout the planner. She's had this in her planner ever since I've been buying them. It's a gift list page that you can use for like a shopping guide for birthdays and holidays. I think it's I've always have some kind of like gift list collection in whatever planner I'm in because it's really hard for shopping for my family. I never know what to get them. And so if I hear them say they like something, I try to write it down right away. These are, again, same kind of inserts that she's had in her last couple planners. These are like travel log pages. You can put airline information, car rental information, driving log, mileage, places to eat, things like that. And I don't know. I don't think that she has like extras of these on her website. I think that would be really cool to offer is like extra pages of this kind of stuff, like extra gift list pages, extra, travel pages, because, some people might run out of this really fast. I don't travel all that much, so I don't think I would use this or use it up, but that would be a cool option to have. This is a project planning page, so this would be perfect for her to have on the website if you wanted to buy a pack of project planning pages. You're probably going to have more than 2 projects going on throughout the year, so you're going to run out of space on this, but this is a really cool page to have. Here's a monthly bill tracker page. So it's like a lot of good tracking information in the back of this planner. And then we just go straight into graph paper for the rest of the year. And then it looks like, this is kind of like similar to what Erin Condren has at the end of her planner. It's a 2020 calendar with space to write, very, very far off future stuff. So if you have like a wedding or something in 2020 you have to go to, you can put it here in this planner. So that is the inkWELL Press Discbound planner. This is seriously a really well put together planner. I know it's terribly expensive to start with, and that sticker shock is going to turn a lot of people away, I think, But there are ways to make this planner a little bit more affordable if you want to just buy the guts of the planner. And I think this is probably her most functional planner yet released. I've bought an inkWELL press planner every single year since they've been released. I have bought the spiral bound version, I have bought the ring bound 6-ring planner versions, and now I've bought the disc bound version. I think this is by far her most functional, best laid out planner yet, and I kind of already had a plan for what I was going to use in 2019, but going through this has kind of made me second guess myself because this is so well done. Disc bound planners are really functional and they are really easy to customize and add things that you might need. There's tons of printable options out there. So if there's some kind of tracker that you want to use in your planner, but she doesn't have it in here, you can go buy a printable and print it off and punch it and stick it in this planner. So I think this is an excellent planner, and there are ways to make this a little bit more affordable. Yes, this is $29. You don't have to buy their paper pack refill. There's Happy Planner paper refills. This is really, really nice paper. You can get different covers from different, cover makers, things like that. Once you get past that initial cost, it's going to be cheaper year after year, unless of course you're like me and you like to buy all the accessories and all the covers and all the stickers and everything, in which case planning will never ever get any cheaper for me. But anyway, that's what I think about that. I'm going to ship this off to my friend, and then I'm probably going to go to the website and buy myself one because this is just a really well done planner. I'm actually quite surprised how much I liked this planner. I was planning on just going through it with you guys and showing you the options, but this is really well done. And I applaud the planner that she put out this year because like I said, I think this is her best planner to date. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you have any questions, let me know. I think I went through everything. Let me just check my list really quick. Yeah. Are we done? Are we done filming? I guess that's my cue to be done filming. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it was helpful. If you guys have any questions or want to leave me a comment down below, I love to hear from you, and I love to respond to you guys and have all kinds of fun planner conversations. So drop me a note. Give me a thumbs up if you guys like this video, and if you want to see more content like this, make sure that you subscribe to that subscribe button. I will leave links down below to all the shops that I mentioned, and then I will also leave a $10 discount code in the description box so you guys can go get yourself one of these planners. I really, really am surprised how much I liked this, and I definitely, definitely recommend this planner for you this year. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.